Hi everyone, I'm here today with Nicole O'Neill. She is with the builder Sheffield Homes, and then she's also started working with their basement finish business. So I wanted to interview her today and find out a little bit more about this builder and what they offer as far as basement finishes, as well as they still are doing custom home builds. So thanks for being here, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
I'm really excited about this.
So tell us how you got started with them and what you currently do with Sheffield.
Sure. Okay. Well, I've worked in new home construction my entire career.
Okay.
I actually worked for Sheffield Homes when I was in college.
Nice.
I had the opportunity to train with them in their design center, and that's really what gave me my start in the industry.
Wow. Okay.
Really fortunate. I actually went to school for graphic design,
Okay.
and right after I graduated from college, realized that I liked working in interiors.
Yep.
So I went back to work for Sheffield in their design center,
Okay.
working on interior finishes, and then I went on to work for a number of flooring companies,
Okay.
where I either managed or was a designer in the design center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've known her for a lot of years, and she's always been very into the whole design thing. So I'm just excited to be interviewing you and finding out a little bit more about what Sheffield does.
Thank you.
So yeah, tell us just a little bit about the build side versus the basement finish side. And just to differentiate between those two.
Yeah. So we are a home builder first,
Okay.
semi-custom and custom homes. We also have a basement finishes company.
Okay.
And so my role is sales consultant. I work with all of our new clients to design their project. So if it's a custom home or a basement finish,
Got it.
we'll work with the architect to design the space and then select all the finishes for their project.
Okay.
And
That sounds really fun.
Oh, it's a blast.
Yeah.
It definitely is right in my wheelhouse of what I love doing.
Yeah.
And of course, being in people's personal spaces, building their sanctuaries, their homes, or their basement finishes where they typically want to spend time with their family and friends.
Yep.
It's just a real honor to be a part of that process.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
that's really cool. So you had mentioned to me earlier this week that you guys are doing some of the rebuilds for the Marshall fire victims. What can you tell me about that project?
Yeah. So we have about 25 homes between Louisville and Superior
Okay.
that were completely burned from the Marshall fire.
Okay.
And so we've worked with each of those homeowners to design a home site-specific for their lot. And yeah, we're rebuilding those homes for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really, the fire itself was so tragic, and the stories that each of these homeowners share with me is devastating. And on top of it, life is still happening.
Right.
You know, as we know, life can be tricky.
Yeah.
So being part of their rebuilding story and experience has really been great. It's been unique in the sense that, it came up all of a sudden.
Right.
And so everybody who's rebuilding for Marshall Fire has kind of had to scramble and figure it out. But we just closed our first 2 homes and they're looking great. And the homeowners were thrilled.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Wow. And so you said you're doing about 20 of those. So you just finished the first 2.
We've just closed the first 2. Yeah, we have, 15 or 16 in production right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
we'll
big
do
job.
around 25 there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you work with those clients, and then tell us a little bit. I've got a lot of clients, and there's just a lot of people that don't have finished basements yet, especially some of the newer homes. And that's kind of what they want to do eventually as they build some equity or...
That's right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
So our company, Finished Basements and More, is also part of Sheffield Homes.
Okay.
We focus just on finished basements. So our typical basement would be finishing an unfinished space.
Got it.
And it's similar to our process of building a custom home where we work with those homeowners to design their space.
Right.
We're definitely not the big box store of basements. So We really like to help the homeowners personalize their space, whether it's a specific style or specific needs.
Okay.
We have depth of knowledge in our company because of our home building business, as well as a large trade pool. So our clients get to use our design centers and work with our cabinet companies to really make the space exactly what they want.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thanks.
So for anybody that is looking to do a new build for their basement, just finish their basement out, we're going to get you some information at the end of this so that you can contact them and they can be maybe your go-to person.
That'd be awesome. I'd love it.
So there's a lot of other, like you said, you're not big box. So tell me a little bit about what makes Sheffield unique as far as their basement finish business.
Yeah. And maybe I'll walk you through the process.
That'd be great.
Too, kind of like together.
Yeah.
So we like to connect with anybody who's interested in a basement finish or a remodel over the phone, and we do free estimates.
Okay.
So for anyone who calls, we like to give you an idea of what you're getting into for this project. And once we've decided that we might be a good fit for your project, we come out, we visit your site, we look at your basement or your remodel and talk about what you guys want to do.
Okay.
And then we provide you with a proposal for that project.
Okay.
I think one of the things that really sets us apart, well, there's a couple of things. One, we do have our standard finishes that we put in a bid, but we allow you to change that. So oftentimes other basement finish companies will have just one standard set of finishes, and that's what you get.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The other thing that really sets us apart is that we ensure that we're using quality building materials, that you are going to receive quality workmanship on your project.
That's huge.
And that we're going to complete it in a timely fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
And as I mentioned before, you get to use our design centers and really personalize the space.
Okay. So it sounds like your role as the sales consultant is you walk people through that entire process.
I do. Yep. Okay. And I'm their primary contact throughout the project.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So what else can you tell us that just about the company in general, as far as, I know Sheffield's been around for quite a while.
Yeah. Well, Sheffield Homes is a family-owned and operated business. As I mentioned earlier, this is my second time actually working for them. I really appreciate the pride that they take in their work.
Okay.
We know that we're entering into a long-term relationship.
Right.
If you're building a home with us, could be 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we don't hear from you again in 10 years,
but
once you move in, it could be, a long time, and a basement finish could be a couple of years that we might be working together. And so we really take pride in our work. We like those relationships to be long-term, and we really value working in people's homes and creating those sanctuary spaces. So Sheffield, we just take the extra steps to do everything right. Everything's built to building codes. We pull permits on everything. We will not do a basement without a permit.
Okay.
So
that's good. Yeah.
I think most people want a permit.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And want it done right.
In my experience, people that have finished basements that haven't pulled permits, there's usually issues once you go to sell your house, because if there haven't been permits pulled, there's just issues. A lot of people are very weary of the fact that was the electrical done right? Was the plumbing done right? And sometimes I've even had experiences where we've had to dig into walls and different things like that to make sure that certain things were done right. So it's good to have permits.
And so because we're a licensed general contractor, we only use licensed contractors.
Okay. Yeah.
And we only pull permits.
Okay.
We just have too much on the line not to.
Right. I love that. I love that.
So, and what that means for the homeowner is their project's going to be done right, and it's going to perform really well for them once they're living in this space, and they're ultimately going to just be really happy.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to just say is she's going to let us know how we can get in touch with them, whether it's for a home build or for a basement finish. So you have a couple of websites, I think, right?
Yeah, we have two different websites, SheffieldHomes.com, which would be for our home building, and then finishedbasementsandmore.com
Okay.
for our basement finishes. You can get in contact with us through either site by calling our main office.
Okay.
And yeah.
And make sure that when you do call or you go online that you request Nicole O'Neill. And yes, she will be your person that will walk you through the whole project. So
Thanks.
yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you.